Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Please like, comment, share, all that good stuff. So today I want to talk about bass chords. Bass chords are fantastic. I really love them. I really love to play them. I really love to add them into my soloing. I really love to just sit there and analyze them, you know what I mean? Because I'm not always at the piano, so I could sit here on my bass and play chords. So today I want to talk about chords. Basically, you have different ways of playing chords on the bass. One way is double stops. I know people don't really call those chords, but it really is a chord where you just play two notes at a time. So it sounds like this, right? And that's harmonizing, notes, because you're playing two notes at a time. So harmony is really two notes at a time or more. So when you play two notes at a time, you're actually forming a two-note chord. But today I want to talk about three-note chords, so a major 7 chord, just to kind of add some color and texture to it. I'm going to do some basic voicings here, nothing too complicated, and I want to use the C major scale as my reference. And the reason why is because we should all know the C major scale, right? The do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. We should all know that. And I'm going to show you how to harmonize this scale and get 4 different chord types out of this scale. So the way we harmonize is we play diatonically, which is basically using the notes of the scale. And also we start with each degree of the scale to harmonize. So what I'll do is I'll start with the first note, which is in the scale, which is C, and I'll add its third, and I'll add its 7, but diatonically, right? So the third could be either major or minor, and the 7 could be either a major 7 or a minor 7 or a flatted 7, some people call it. So you got to find the diatonic note, which is the note that pertains to the scale. So I'm going to go ahead and play the chords really slowly here. Actually, let me start with the scale first. Okay, let me go ahead and harmonize that scale for you. Right? So basically what I'm doing is I'm playing C major 7, D minor 7, E minor 7, F major 7, G dominant 7, A minor 7, B minor 7 flat 5 or B half diminished, and then the octave. So I just got 4 different chord types from this one scale. And you could play the chord wholesome, you could play the whole chord holistically, like just with like kind of a strum, but I'm just plucking. Or you could arpeggiate it to get to hear the different intervals in the chords. Right? And you can make it very musical too. The end goal here is to, whenever you learn something, theoretically wise or whatever, you want to make it musical, heartfelt. You know what I mean? It needs to feel good. It needs to have some kind of value, musical value. So I just played 4 different chord types, which is the major 7, the minor 7, the dominant 7, and the half diminished chord, or it's called also the minor 7 flat 5 chord. So that's 4 different chord types you would know. And what you got to do is just take it out through all the keys, right? And when you take it throughout all the keys, now you have a plethora of chords and information at your fingertips just from harmonizing the scale that you already know, right? Just harmonizing that scale. So that's why I showed it in the context of that scale, because it makes a lot more sense than just saying random chords, like me saying, oh, just play a minor 7, oh, just play a dominant 7 flat 9, or just throwing out random chord names. But when you're first learning, you want to learn in a logical manner, so that way you take it in and you make sense of it. And also it's good for your ear training. That's the thing about chords. It's really, really good for your ear training. And the other thing too is, if you play in a band, It will help you understand what the keyboardist is doing. You may not be able to play the exact voicing that the key player is playing because that instrument is designed different, obviously, from the bass, but you will get the gist of what's going on and how that chord is being voiced and structured just from understanding how to play it on your bass guitar. And also, how cool would it be to be able to use these chords in a solo, kind of thing. If I want to just stop there, right, play a line to that, you know what I mean? And that's good practice, you know what I mean? And just playing a line or melody to that and listen to how how it sounds against that is very cool. And you could also throw these chords in a looper, right? If get a looper pedal, throw these chords in there and just kind of play around with it. I know one of the really good cadences you could do is a 2-5-1, which in this key, if I gave each one of these notes a number and just go up consecutively, it'll be 1, 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, and the octave, right? So if I say 2-5-1, I'm starting the 2, right? Then the 5, going to the 1, resolving. So you could put that in your looper and just kind of play some notes against that and hear how it sounds. It's really good ear training. So the chords are good for that. Chords are good to just add some color and some texture to your playing, so that way it doesn't sound boring. It doesn't sound the same way or boring. So it just gives you that extra asset at your dispense to add, but always play musically, right? Don't just play a random chord just because you know the chord. But yeah, if you would like to know more about chords and how I found these chords, I know this was a short lesson, but how I just generated these chords, if it was not clear to you, I do offer private lessons, and we could slow it down and we could go chord by chord, scale by scale, and we could talk about it and how to use it in my private lessons. I teach students normally over Skype, or if it's local, in person. You can reach out to me at my email address, which is jcherrymusic@gmail.com. That's just jcherrymusic@gmail.com. I'll leave the address here on the screen. But I'll look forward to teaching more about chords and how to improve your playing with chords and how to improve your overall musicianship with chords in a band environment or just in a solo environment. But I hope you found this video helpful today, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.